never seen the Blue Band Parade, go watch it.
It's
It is
so amazing.
entertaining. It is so
I was
entertaining.
nervous for the first parade because I didn't
You don't know anything.
I didn't know.
First parade going in, you're just going blind.
Because
Yeah.
they're past
said
the
we're
tailgate
best.
lots, and everyone
Yes, and they were like,
leaves
we're
the
not.
tailgate
They were like,
watches.
we're not teaching it to you beforehand. Like, you just have to pick it up as you go. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Because it repeats. Like, we probably do it, 3 or 4 times before we get into the stadium.
Episode 5 of the pod, Blue Band today. I'm fired up. All right, let's go. Quick introduction around the room. I'm Mason, industrial engineer, senior. So
I'm Maddie. I'm a 4th year, and I play the piccolo in the Blue Band.
I'm Mckenzie. I'm a 2nd year, and I'm the Blue Sapphire.
I am Michaela. I'm a freshman, and I am on the Touch of Blue major at Line.
I love it because honestly, I love band. Like, I'm not kidding. I listen to Blue Band when I'm in the car, when I go on runs, like in the
You
gym.
do not go on runs?
I'm serious. Because one of the main reasons because I filmed the Nittany Lion for 2 years. I just follow him around and like go to all of his events. So I like Penn State. I do. And I feel like the Blue Band kind of is very important to get the whole vibe together. But I want to know why you guys like start. Like, what made you interested in doing band?
I'd say for me, like, I've been twirling, like, my whole life since I was 2. So, and I always knew, like, I wanted to come to Penn State, like, regardless of twirling, of education, like, I wanted to come here. So then when I, like, did the audition process, got accepted, like, I just knew, like, I wanted to twirl here. Like, I just loved, like, the environment of the line. Plus, I had 2 of my friends from home who I twirled with that were already on the line. So they, like, helped me, like, prepare my audition and stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of like a long story, but I was 10, and I've been competing since I was 6. So my big sister on my team, with kind of like a sorority of like a big and little, my big was the Blue Sapphire. And so like my 10-year-old self saw her like out in the field in front of like all those fans, and her name was called. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to twirl on that field.
Yeah.
And so that's what kind of started it. And then, like, people around me, like, I would talk to alumni, and they're like, Penn State's, like, the best alumni. Like, it's so
it is.
fun. And I don't know, like, through all that, I was like, I want to go there. Like, I want to be a part of that community.
No doubt. I agree.
Mine was just not that deep. Like, I've only done Blue Band for 2 years, just because of like other circumstances. But I loved my 2 years, and I did marching band for a year in high school, so I wasn't like, I don't know. I just wanted to do it. All my friends were in it, and they were like, you should audition. You already do everything else that's involved in music, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I did, and it was great.
I love that. No, because I think, again, like, every college has their own, like, melodies and themes, and, like, they're at the games. Like, it's awesome. And you guys do, like, the halftime field and all that stuff. There's so much stuff that goes into it. Like, honestly, I want to know, football season, prime season, what's a week look like in the band?
Insane.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different for all of us, though.
Definitely.
Because, like at least for, like, the majorette line ourselves, like, we're with you a little bit, but more on our own. Like, that's simply all choreography. But, like, we have to wait for the music to come out, so it's just, like, getting ideas. And then once music comes out, it's literally all choreography. And then we eventually, like, towards the middle to end of the week is when we actually, like, go outside and join the band and, like, actually go through our routines. But it's different for both of you. Like, we do different things.
Well, how many hours do we practice a week? We have 4 days a week, and then one is 3 hours, and the rest are, like, 2 about that.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, the first, like, 2 days, like, I get the music, like, just on, like, an audio. Like, I don't hear the band play it. Mind you, when the band plays it, it is totally different. Like, the accents and everything, like, it's so different. And so, like, those first 2 days, I'm, like, choreographing. And, like, sometimes, like, we'll do routines together with the line, which I absolutely love. Because I like collaborating with them. Like, we're twirlers. Like, that's what we should do. And so then after that, I kind of go out to the band and, like, figure out, like, where my spot's going to be. Because drill is so intricate. I'm sure, like, Maddie can go more into that. But, like, I just, like, throw myself in a spot and hope I don't hit a band member and just, like, run.
You run, like, half the time anyway.
Like, we're all just, like, running around. But, like, basically that's just kind of it. And then getting, like, comfortable with the show and, like, actually like, hearing it. And, like, for baton, like, we have to hit accents. Like, when the, like, music's loud, we have to, like, toss or catch. Like, baton's, like, in the air. So, like, we really have to time that out. And that's, like, comes with, like, practicing with the band and, like, hearing it.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite song?
Oh, what is it? We did it last year. It was something caliente. Do you remember that? It was like a Latin fire.
From our Latin Fire show.
It was just spicy. It was so exciting.
El Toro.
El Toro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the opener to that show. That one was good.
Yeah, all the classics. The one that fires me up the most is the da 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 da.
Oh, I didn't know what you're
that's
talking
so
about.
awesome.
It's just
You know what I'm talking about? It's
a
like
little
the
chant. That's
Yeah.
I love that. I just get fired up. Yeah, that's good.
Maddie, do you want to tell how you
Oh,
got
yeah.
into it?
I mean,
like how you take a week. I feel like
I feel like it really depends too on if we're doing like a 1 week show, like if we're 2 home games back to back.
Yeah.
I'm sure that affects you guys too, but we usually get the music the week prior, and then like we do recordings for them and stuff. At least for my section, we don't carry music on the field, so we're like completely memorized as like they are.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's nothing like we can rely on to like watch our drill while we're out there or watch our music. So for us, a lot of it is memorization, checking all that off, like making sure we have it down, and then adding the drill to that. And usually by Friday, we're all like pulling our phones off and kind of like floundering our way through for a little bit to hope that we can actually like get through the drill completely just off of our memory, in addition to the music, because obviously they're both of equal importance, at least like for us. But for the rest of the instrumentalists, I believe the rest of them, don't quote me on that. For most of them, they have like wires of their phones go on, which is nice. And they can like either keep their drill open or keep their music open, which definitely helps, especially if we're learning an entire 3-song show in essentially 4 rehearsals. Yeah. And then a rehearsal that happens before the game. So.
Yeah.
We had like the morning of.
Yeah, we had like a 6-week run this year of like back-to-back home games. So it's a new show every week.
Oh, it's a new show every time.
Oh yeah.
So it's new drills, new music. At least when we go out, like they have us in a spot on our like drill app, but then they're like, actually, Jets, we don't want you there. Like you got to be over here. So we're just like running and figuring it out. But that was like the longest stretch this season, I'd say.
Because I never realized how much of a time commitment it was, but I had a Friday class with you, and you'd go right after class to bed.
Immediately.
Like from class. Then the next, especially if it's a noon game, you guys would be up like...
Up 5 a.m.
How early do you wake up during a noon game?
I get time was what, 6:45?
4? You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning?
She gets ready.
That's
I do my whole
legendary.
hair, makeup, like
true.
the tees, the hair. Like I'm sure the cheerleaders and dancers like all know, like a full face. I don't know, it takes like an hour.
Yeah.
And then the hair to make sure it stays, because I wear my hair down.
And you do like flips and...
Flips is I just do walkovers.
Whatever that,
I always like a flip. No, but that takes me a long time, because I don't like have it like getting ready in the blue band building. Like I want to come like hair and makeup done, and like that has to stay.
Which is like the opposite, because the Jets come fully like unready.
The rest of us, she walks out at 6 in the morning.
She's like
when
looking gorgeous,
starts,
and
the
6
rest
a.m.
of us
we're just
look,
like,
it's so bad.
Bags under our eyes. But we take like a good 2 hours just sitting at the mirrors in the band front room, and it like the night games are the best. Like we have so much time.
No, it's
and
so
the
nice.
report time is so much later.
We get a lot of time for the noon games, but we like practice on a field that I guess becomes a tailgating field, so we have to get our rehearsal out of the way
before the tailgate.
And then we just like sit for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And we'll have an infamous hoagie at 8 in the morning, which is
the game day sub.
Yum.
Cheers.
So like we'll do that in the morning, but then like I feel like a reason why so many of us don't come ready is just because we know we have like that 2-hour time period where we just like eat and then we get ready and then we do our hair and then put our uniforms on and then like
plus your guys' is like what is it, like requirements, I guess, for like hair and makeup is so like different for us.
Yeah.
Like we have like our requirement is hair and makeup, but for you guys it's like very minimal. So that like is another thing, but your uniforms take like way longer to put on.
No, I know. We have like 5 pieces of that. We have like tights, costume in there, you know?
Would you say it's more time for away games or home games? Because like away you travel though.
Yeah.
Away games, but that also is
the worst.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
it's
that was.
But it has to be fun though, because you guys are all close, right?
Yeah,
it has to be like
we're
the best.
crammed on a bus like this, trying to change.
Until you drive home, and then like the bus, at least for us, because we had guys and girls on the same bus.
That was
just,
my gosh,
they smell afterwards too.
Transparency.
I guess
and it's everything though. That's everything.
Like, It
Yeah.
makes all the
us actually
memories
close,
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
it makes
does.
you close.
Then like how far does it have to be to fly too? Like do you fly to some games?
We drove to
to
Auburn last year.
Yeah, that was
far.
awful. That was like 14 hours to Auburn.
Yeah.
14
But then-
hours in the
Well, then
band
a
bus.
bus,
Yeah.
a
I
bus
was
broke
shocked
down
we didn't
and
drive
we
for
got
the Peach
stuck
Bowl,
on the
though.
side of the road. I'm so happy we didn't.
I'm so happy
drive
we
to the
didn't
Peach
either,
Bowl.
but I was expecting we would drive. You drove to Auburn, so I was like, well, I guess we'll drive to Georgia.
Well, because we stayed in Georgia.
Mhm.
We stayed in Georgia and we drove 2 hours to Auburn
Oh.
on
The morning
day
of.
the game. Yeah, the morning of the game.
Oh,
That was
So,
rough. That was rough.
That was I feel like honestly a lot of our timelines and like what we do when is really dependent on like where we're going and what we're doing.
100%.
Like Maryland was like
Maryland.
so quick, so it's like you're on the bus, but like you gotta start getting ready quicker
Yeah.
than like Ohio
Yeah.
State, which was 5 or 6 hours.
Didn't we
True.
leave the morning of the Maryland game to go to
Yes.
Maryland?
Like,
Yeah,
Ohio State, we stayed
Maryland
over
was
the
a
weekend,
full
though.
day.
Yeah, like up and back in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State was a
Interesting.
whole weekend.
Yeah. I could see that.
Mhm.
I go to some of the games, you know. Different
Which
though.
usually
Only some.
I'll go around and do like interviews, but like I really don't have a purpose. I like to like, you know what I mean? Like I don't really have to be there.
Yeah,
You guys have to be there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
blue band has to be
The
there.
blue band has to be
Alright,
there.
like my quick like high school band story would be like I was like the student section leader, so that was my gig.
Yeah.
So, but either way, the band would perform after the games, and everyone would usually leave, but I would just sit by myself in the student section and watch the band because I actually like band. I play guitar now. I don't really play too many instruments, not too well, but like
Yeah.
it's off topic. Regardless, yeah, I just like appreciate all the different sounds going together.
No, I love. I
Yeah.
am a big band fan. Like I will like fight for the band till like the day ends. Like I absolutely love it. Like if there's
It's
no
surreal.
like band, there's no
Yeah.
game. Like it's
Yeah.
not like hype or anything.
Like it's just kind of crazy, like watching any of them do their instrument.
Like
in general.
you, like
how
that
do
one
you
thing. I don't know
how do you do that?
Oh, I
Actually,
don't
it's-
really-
it's,
I
like,
don't really
hard to
know.
fathom.
Now, why'd you pick that instrument?
Yeah.
Well, in high school I marched drumline, but I only
Oh my
marched.
No, you did
gosh,
not.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Well, what's the difference between drumline and band?
Well,
Or-
you're
Like,
like,
I don't.
the drum line is in the band. Like it's
Yeah.
the line of
Drummers.
percussionists, like with snares, quads, bass drums, cymbals.
This
So
is good for
instead
me.
of-
This is what I need to know.
So instead of playing like a wind instrument,
Yeah.
play percussion, like the drum line.
What are all the wind instruments in the blue band? Like, what are all? Let's go over all the
Trivia
instruments.
game now.
Yeah. No, this is
From
good.
top to bottom, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Piccolo,
if you mess up.
clarinet, alto sax, tenor sax. I don't think we march berries.
Wait. Oh, mellows, but that's not fair.
Yeah, mellows, baritones. I'm gonna forget something.
No, you're fine. It doesn't matter if you forget.
And then Souzas. And trumpets. Wow. I
Yeah.
totally just brushed over
No, that's
trumpets.
good.
Trombones.
Trombones.
Yeah.
The bones.
Are there people that like can play multiple and like will switch out based off what they need? Like, how does
No.
that? Like, and when you audition, is it like, oh, we need clarinets? Like, we're
think-
taking clarinets. Like,
Not
No.
with that. I've only like this year like one drummer switched from like
Yeah.
one of the types of drums to another one because they like.
They're
needed
the only
someone.
ones
But
that I
was the only
think
one that could,
changed
yeah.
throughout. Yeah.
yeah,
Because like I chose piccolo just because I knew there was just no like our drum
Yeah.
line is one of the best.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I knew there was no way I was
Shout
gonna get
out
it on
drum
drumline. Yeah, shout out drumline. They're really talented. I knew that I was
like
not gonna make that, so I was like, I play flute for school, so I'll just audition on piccolo. But there's like a set number of like how many instrumentalists
Yeah.
they'll take per section, so there's not really a time where they just kind of say like, hey, we really need
yeah.
saxes, like kind of audition. to
Like
be
at
a
band camp, it was
saxophone.
pretty clear. Like they had their number.
But
No.
what's
Yeah.
auditions like though?
Oh.
Like, I
It's
guess it's all different
also
again.
It's so
Yeah.
different. Our
Yeah.
perspectives are really different on
But
this.
that's good
like-
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We want different perspectives.
Ours, well, I think all of it in general was like a video because you guys did like a.
Yeah, back in
Your-
like May, I want to say.
That's when ours was.
We do a music audition. So I think there's different requirements for each section, but for most of it, it's just like record a 2-minute video showing off your skills and like
Yeah.
how diverse they are and like what you can do. And I'm sure it's
Ours was
Lovely.
at least for like the major outline was they gave us the band music, like just an old band track, and then we came up with our own like original routine for that, and then submitted that, and then you wait for the email that's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're invited to band camp, then your final audition happens.
That's
Wait,
cool.
I
So
didn't
it's like
even
a
know
two-step.
that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
Your
two-step.
final one's at band camp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
us doing pregame, that first down the field of pregame was my final audition.
That is
Yeah.
So
petrifying.
I learned from like an alumni jet
Yeah.
pregame before I even got here because
for
I didn't
you.
want to just go fresh into band
Yeah.
camp not knowing pregame at all. So I was like, I just want to know a little bit beforehand, which
Yeah.
was so helpful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did like audition like video, but your
Yeah.
requirements are like
Mine
your
was,
trick
like-
requirements are different than ours, and yours is like kind of just whatever you want to showcase.
Yeah.
Ours is like you have to be able to do this trick.
Yeah.
If you can do it, then you can be on the line.
Yeah, mine's like so different because I guess like both of them, like you guys come into band camp not knowing if you like have a spot.
No.
That's
Yeah.
petrifying because for mine it was my senior, like just my senior season, and I sent in a video of like my highlight reel almost. Like you had to have one full clip with no cuts. So like say you dropped, like you'd have to keep it in.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
obviously I
right.
picked the one like I didn't drop in.
Yeah.
And so then after that you have to showcase multiple baton, 2, 3, 4 baton tricks that you can do. And then after that, like you send in that video and they'll like, I think it's a bunch of applicants, like they get from that position on and then they're like, we want to do an interview with you. And so I had a Zoom call with like 8 judges. So it's like the directors, like there's a past Blue Sapphire on it. And they just asked me questions like, why Penn State over any other Big Ten school? Like
Yeah.
questions like that.
So
Like
most historical questions.
yeah, no, completely. And they're
Tradition.
like, are you comfortable twirling on grass? Because, like, I'm such a competition
Yeah.
twirler that I didn't twirl
Hardwood.
for my high school or
Yeah.
anything. So I never really twirled on grass. So, like, can you twirl on grass? I was like, I can, like, adapt to anything. Like, I will do
Yeah.
anything to get this spot. And so then after that, they called me and they were like, hey, like, the band director, Dr. Drain, he called me and was like, do you want the position? I was like, of course I want.
Yes.
And so then my mom, it was so funny, like, coming back to that, when he asked, my mom was like ran in and like started crying, and I was like, Mom, you're embarrassing me.
Oh
so then I was
my
like, yes,
goodness.
of course I want it. So then he just like went over a few things, and then I came to band camp like knowing, and I think it's similar for the drum major too. I would say I'm not
think
100%
so.
sure.
But similar kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their auditions don't happen at the same time that ours do.
It's similar thing with the Nittany line, like a board of goes in
Yeah.
board of trustees, head of communications,
Yeah.
like Penn State, bigger people on an interview. I wanted to ask though, doesn't your like other people in your family do they do that? I think.
Yeah. No,
I
that's like a
heard-
whole thing. So
Yeah. I was gonna ask you
and
guys
your
too,
yes.
like rival schools, like do bands like is there a rivalry between bands? And I wanted
I don't
you to
know.
share your family story about.
Yeah, no, I love the
Your
family
sister, right?
story.
Your sister
yeah,
does it?
so I have actually 2 sisters and a brother, but he wrestles. And
Yeah.
so my 2 sisters, the older one, she twirled at Virginia Tech. And then my other one, who's like a senior now at Maryland, she twirls at Maryland. And we've gotten to twirl together like on Penn State's field and Maryland's field. So that was
No way.
very, very special.
That's cool.
And there's no rivalry because I've been like a Maryland fan, but I've been more of a Penn State fan. So it's kind of like whoever wins, yay. Obviously, I want more Penn State.
Yeah.
But my mom twirled and my grandma twirled. So it's been like a long time coming that we
is-
were all going to twirl.
That is awesome.
And so it's just like been a thing passed down. It's never been more rivalry. It's just be like, we want you guys to succeed on the field. Like my mom, she's like has a sweatshirt that's like cut in half. It's like Penn State and Maryland.
Oh,
And it's so
yes,
cute. It's
that's
just like the
nice.
2 sleeves. So like she's like a big like supporter of both of us. But never been any rivalry. It's just kind of like wanting like the best for both of us
Yeah.
on the field.
And the bands all get along.
And the
Like,
bands
when
do,
we
yeah.
see like any other band, like we all get along really well. I
Yeah.
feel like we
Yeah.
literally roomed in the same hotel as
Yeah.
Ole Miss's
Yeah.
band at the Peach Bowl. So.
Oh, that's cool.
That
A
was
lot of
all the
sections,
sections were
yeah.
close. Yeah.
A lot of sections will do like the t-shirt swaps. Like they'll bring like a band
Oh,
tee that they have
my
and like
goodness.
swap it with like another one.
Ohio State, we did the skull session with them. Like,
Yeah, we did
that
school
was
like
session.
just playing our music for each other, and like fans could just
Oh.
listen to us play all of our music.
That's cool.
The drum lines always exchange like drum heads. If we're traveling somewhere, or no, if we're hosting a band.
Mhm.
I forget who we hosted this year.
West Virginia.
Oh,
yeah, we all signed a big like bass drum head
Mhm.
and then gave it to them like with all of our names on it and stuff.
That's nice.
Like
Yeah.
the whole band signed it.
Like, what are some more like memorable experiences throughout? Like some things you'd be like, that's awesome. That's Nittany. I like to
That's-
describe things as Nittany.
That is so neat.
Like, this is so Nittany right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
It's a good
I mean,
vocab word.
I obviously this is my first year, so I'm just
Yeah,
making
true.
memories
Just
as,
a little
as I keep
baby.
going.
Oh.
But I mean I love the away trips, just like being on the bus with each other for hours and all of our inside jokes, all of our nicknames, like just getting close with the girls.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, like memories, not even just like being at practice, but like outside of being at practice, like
Yeah.
how close and how much we hang out outside. Like, they're the people that I like want to be here with the most. Like, I just every day is a new memory with
No,
the Jets.
yeah.
Like that's just how it is.
I like that. Anything you can say?
Oh, I don't know. The Jets are just the best. Like, I know, like, another thing that's, like, very memorable about, like, college twirling is that if you were, like, to name, like, a Big Ten school, we would know the twirler.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
twirlers,
We
like,
twirl against them in
Yeah.
our organizations.
like, at the Peach
At
Bowl, the
home.
Old Miss twirlers, I went and hung out with them in their hotel room, like, at the Peach Bowl. Like, I just love them. Like, we've been
Yeah.
competing since we were, like, 6 together. And so, like, the baton's so niche, I'd say, that, like, if you
Yeah,
see a
it
twirler
is.
from another school, you've heard of them or you've seen them at a competition
Yeah.
before.
That is cool.
It's
That is cool.
amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like our experiences are just like not so different, but for us, like traveling's super fun, obviously. It's definitely hard though. I don't know, there's like so much to it and
I
like
love your
You can't just
section.
put one
Talk
thing.
about the little snacks. I love them.
Oh yeah,
It's
we
so
are
cute.
we're notorious for our snacks. We love to just have everything. We have the greatest GA in the entire world.
What's a GA, General?
Graduate assistant.
A graduate assistant.
We have the greatest GA ever, and every Tuesday when we're in Haluba, which is super cool, it's like the football practice indoor area. We do Treat Tuesday, and our GA brings us snacks, like whatever she just thinks we'll like that week.
Yeah.
And then on game days, we will switch between years, like how many years you've been in blue bands, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and we'll all make snack bags that just have like a bunch of different treats for everybody.
I love
and
it.
Little
I
notes,
love it.
yeah. So it's super fun, and then we usually make one for all the directors. We started making them for Mckenzie, and I tried to convince them to keep making them for Mckenzie.
It was the
We
best
gave
thing
one to
ever.
Carson, the drum major. It's just like I don't know, it's fun. That's one of our like favorite things to do. And then whenever we all inevitably get hangry during the game, we all just bring out our snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Honestly,
snacks.
I'm changing my favorite memory. Definitely like that first, like that West Virginia game under the
Oh,
tunnel.
that was
Pre-game, I was losing it.
Yeah.
I
West
think I
Virginia-
like blacked out when I like came out of the tunnel. Like,
That
cause I
home
looked
game
up and
was
saw
so
my
good.
face on the screen. I was like, no way, no way I'm on the field right now. Like, this is
Let's
crazy.
go.
I've been watching this for
First
years,
time
and
experience.
now I'm on the field. Like that's
That was
definitely
like
most
matched to the whiteout, I think, this year.
I
In
think-
my
yeah.
mind,
Honestly,
like that
better.
was.
Better, yeah.
So I
Unpopular
loved
opinion,
that
but it
game.
was-
Mm-hmm.
That
was
was
so
such a good
fun.
game.
Because the white up has so much anticipation that like it
Yeah, and
almost
like I guess none of us expected the first. This sounds so dumb. Like, the first home game of the season obviously is gonna be like insane,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just like such a good game. The atmosphere was so
The
good.
amount
At
of
night.
people was like almost
Amazing.
record breaking for Penn
Kind of
State.
like was so good. I thought it was really good actually.
love
Like for
that.
our first time out, pregame was really good.
Yeah, it
I
was.
know. I think they're kind of hiding that attendance. Like, I feel like they don't want it to be the West Virginia game as like the
Yeah.
biggest one.
But
I
I
actually
think
feel
it-
like
It
I
was.
think it was. It was so
Like,
good.
I think it was. It was crazy. I get so scared going out there. Like, still, like I've been doing this my second year. Like, I don't know. Like, do you guys get nervous? Like when I run out and I'll like watch myself, which you should not do because
Yeah.
it's delayed, and so I'll be like trying to
Oh
watch
my
myself catch, and it
goodness.
just. It is so scary.
You throw that thing so high too.
When
How-
I throw
Your
high,
Like,
name
how
is
high
getting-
does it go?
Your name like is singularly being called
I'm
out,
so-
so I can't even imagine
Yeah.
that.
oh my, it's so scary.
How high do you throw it? Like,
Ooh,
do you know?
I don't know.
Is there a
Depends on
stat
the
on
trick.
that?
It just depends on the
Chuck.
trick, I guess.
Yeah.
It might be like 50 feet, if not more.
I don't know.
It's,
I would
it goes
probably say
up there.
more.
It goes way
More?
up there.
Yeah.
And you
It
like,
goes way
I don't know
up.
how you do that. I'm like not good at catching things, so
Sometimes I'm not.
not
Sometimes.
like a jump for me. Yeah, lots of practice.
No.
I think the coolest part too about the blue band, especially like the whiteout game, was homecoming and all the alumni come
Oh.
back on the field. Like, come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
that's
No,
awesome.
And there's this one blue sapphire, Lori Hazy. You guys have probably seen her. She comes out with those glow batons and starts
Yep.
juggling them like she hasn't stopped. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Like, I don't think I'll be able to do that at that like age, but one can hope I'll still come out on that field. But
I don't know.
Once
That was
I'm
one of,
retired,
like that was definitely a good memory. Like watching all the alumni in
So
Haluba,
cute.
that was so like
so cute.
they're all just so excited to like
listening to the
see each other
directors.
and like yeah, they just like they're so excited to see everybody and like do it all again. And I'm just like
Aw.
that's so sweet.
Mhm.
And it just that definitely makes me sad because I'm like well that's kind
No,
of
stop.
it now.
You're listening.
I love
That's
that.
it now.
That's
This
so
made me
good.
so sad.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing for like everybody. It's just like everyone gets to graduate, but Penn State's a good place to come back to as an alumni.
100%.
Yeah.
I also just like appreciate how Penn State makes like the blue band, like they see it as something important to Penn State. Like
Oh, 100%.
like other schools, I feel like yeah they like put attention towards their band, but like Penn State really puts attention towards the blue
Like,
band.
we're the blue band. Come on now.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, come on.
I love that. Well, that's the last question. Thanks, guys. Honestly, I loved
Thank
having you
you.
on. I learned so much about the blue band. I love it. I'm so excited to see you guys. I'll be here next fall watching you guys. But yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
I love that.